Hey, welcome back to my channel, Occult Healing. Namaste. Much love, one love. Um, Today what I want to get into is true balance. The idea of achieving true balance, because this is what's hard, you know. It's easy to be on one side of things. I always tell people that I do my consultations with, it's very, very easy to be a spiritual person and try to get away from all the physical things of the world, all the business, all the money. And on the opposite end, it's also easy to be only attracted to the physical, only attracted to money and business, and just leave all the spirit. See, those are easy ways to go. Okay, but that's not what we're here to do in life. We're not here to be one sided. We're here to combine the two and walk as a perfect human being, even though that's still meaning imperfection. I hope all this light is not bothering you guys. Well, whatever. I think it's good for now. But so um, now what I really want to get into about balance is masculine and feminine energy, because there's a lot of confusion surrounding this. This is the whole reason why I'm coming back doing these videos, because there's so much confusion. Now, what I see a lot in the spiritual community, I don't know if I brought this up in my last video, um, but what I see a lot of is promotion of isolation. Okay, there are, all these people always talking about you need to be by yourself all the time. You need to cut your friends off. You know, you need to be alone. That's important during your detox phases. Again, the people that I do consultations for, you know what this is. A detox phase is a cleansing phase. And during this phase is either a month, it can last up to 3 months. You get a lot of alone time. You're cleansing yourself of salt, sugar. You're detoxing with the herbs and stuff. This is what you call the detox period, and everybody needs this at least once a year, at least maybe even twice a year. Just to cleanse the body, okay, and cleanse not only the body but the mind and the spirit. Okay, so during these detox periods, it is good to get a lot of alone time as much as you can. I know a lot of you work, a lot of you, but if you do have the time, you need that alone time during detox periods. Now, a lot of this advice are telling you to be alone all the time. I just seen a video pop up on YouTube, a spiritual woman talking about how it's so good that she doesn't have any friends. Let me tell you something about isolation. First of all, when you're not attracting anything, that means your energy is low. Okay, if people the main reason why people want to be alone is because they get repulsed from other people. That means your energy is low, because if your energy is high, a high vibrational person can go to a coffee shop and everybody wants to talk to them because your energy is high. When your energy is low, people want to stay away from you because you become draining to them. You understand? So you got to understand what exactly people are saying, because you not having any, and also isolation. All right, think about this in the state of possession, because possession is real, but movies tend to make it look, over exaggerated, but possession is very, very real. The first thing in every single cinema, whatever, the first thing when the exorcist comes and they ask, and they're asking about the symptoms of possession, the first thing they ask, are they starting to become isolated? Are they starting to retract from friends and family? Because you got to understand, these negative entities need you to be alone because you're weaker alone. The human species was not meant to be alone. Okay, that's just a fact. Okay, you know, um, and there's no such thing as having true independence anyway, because the house you live in was built from somebody else. You have to pay bills to somebody else. The electric company is working for you. You have to get food from a market. People put the food. So you're not. There's no really true independence. It's just fear, because these people don't want to be around other people because of fear. Now here I want to get into the confusion, because they think that the feminine energy, because you know everybody's obsessed with the feminine energy, which is good because it has been suppressed. But again, we've got to remember we're going for balance. We need a balance of the two. We don't need to just go on one side or the other. But here's the confusion about the feminine energy. See, the feminine energy, people believe mean it's like pushing you to be alone, to go inside the self, right? But actually, now it does mean going inside the self, but as far as being alone, that's an actual masculine trait. Think about it. When you think about the state of men and what they always desire, women, ask yourself, what is your man always asking for? If you have a boyfriend or a husband, he's always asking for space, because the masculine energy likes to be isolated, it likes to be alone, it likes to conquer on its own. It needs that thinking time. This is why the sun is masculine, stands alone, and it doesn't even move, okay? According to astrology, it doesn't move, it stands alone, and the planets orbit around the sun, okay? So what we have to understand is that it's very, very masculine to want to be in this isolated, or we can say a different word, independent state, because the feminine energy is emotional, it's moving, it wants connection, it's expression of emotions. So how do you express your emotions? You express your emotions by touching other people, whether physical or emotional. You're talking to other people, you're expressing yourself, or you're doing art and music, but you're touching other people through the art and music. That's the feminine energy. See, what I see is a whole lot of people still in the masculine energy, because they're like, you need to be by yourself, all this stuff. You need to retract away. That's a masculine trait, because you're in the ego. See, the ego tells you that you're more important than everybody else. That's a masculine trait. I'm sorry to tell you this. A lot of these people in the spiritual community think they're walking into the feminine energy, but you're staying in the exact same spot. If anything, you're going deeper, deeper, more into the masculine, into the ego. Remember, the ego is important. I'm not saying it's not, because I know there's some spiritual people out there that's like destroy the ego. Think about it like this: if you had no ego, you wouldn't even survive on this planet. Okay, so you need the ego. Again, it's about balance. Like, I'm not telling anybody to destroy anything. I'm telling when I'm helping people, because I deal with a lot of people that have a lot of anxiety and depression. Okay, that means you need to express yourself. I tell people the exact opposite from what other spiritual people are telling them. They're telling them to stay inside. Guess what? Depression, the negative energy builds more when you're alone, okay? Because the human species needs connection. You're like a battery, okay? When every once in a while, you need to connect with other batteries so you get charged up, okay? Because your energy can become low. And also on the opposite end, if you're mingling too much, you do need a recharging of your battery the opposite way, where you do need alone time. Again, it's about the balance, okay? But back to the expression of connecting with others. That's a feminine trait. This is why back in the day, when men were men and women were women, like totally, men were in their masculine and women were in their feminine. Men were out alone, working, tending to something, goal setting, and women were at home. They would invite their friends. They would have little gatherings, little book clubs, and they would express themselves. They would talk about their problems, because this is a feminine trait. I hope you guys are understanding what this is now, because being isolated and independent is a masculine trait. The more isolated, the more independent you want to be. I'm not saying it's wrong or good, but that's more masculine you are. Think about it. More independent, on your own you want to be, the more masculine you are. Okay? And I'll repeat it again about this feminine energy. So I tell people to call up old friends, okay? If they're high vibrational. Now, if they're negative and they're pulling you down, that's one thing. But if these people are positive, they're getting out, they're having fun, because having fun is a high vibrational trait. Remember, high vibrational people attract other people. Okay, check your energy when you go out to a coffee shop, sit down and have some tea. People are avoiding you. People are not even trying to look at you. Nobody's smiling at you. Your vibration is low. Okay, it doesn't matter what your looks are. Um, it doesn't matter of anything of that, but it matters. Energy is everything. Okay, so check your energy. Go to places. If people are avoiding you, that means your energy is very, very low. Okay, because you should be able to go somewhere and everybody wants to talk to you. It might not be like an overabundance of people, but people smile at you. People, say hello. Um, People are nice to you. They offer you things. This is when you know you're in a high vibrational state. So I tell people to contact friends. At least have a couple friends, high vibrational friends, that even if you do, you're just in a position where you spend a lot of time alone, call somebody up, just to say hey, just to check up on them, maybe talk about some old fun times, or maybe set up a date where you guys get together and go out for tea or something like that, or even go to a party. Like, I'm totally different from the regular spiritual person. I tell people to get out and experience fun. I tell people to get out and come outside the box. And it changes their lives because they've been so focused on running away. Because again, the reason why you're trying to run away from people is because you're scared. You don't trust people. You say, "Oh, there's a lot of negative energy. It's dangerous. Everything is dangerous. Just walking outside can be dangerous. Does that stop you? If you drive, driving is dangerous. Does that stop you from driving your car? Being on an airplane is dangerous. Can be dangerous. Does that stop you from traveling, getting on the airplane? Even eating food, all the stuff that's wrong with the food nowadays can be considered dangerous. Does that stop you from eating? And I can go on and on. Okay, so you need to just cut this fear out, because that's all it is fear. So you're like, oh, there's negative energy out here. There's negative people, which there is. There's also positive people. Um, there's negative energy out here, so you want to avoid people at all costs. You don't trust them, okay? And also preaching to the choir, like, you only want to talk to other spiritual people. I said in my last video that some of the greatest spiritual people that I know now and I connect with now wasn't like that when I first started talking to them. I met them at odd places. I go to random places. I come outside of my box. Okay, I'm a spiritual person that steps out into the war field, because you never know the person you can help. You never know who the person you can help that's standing outside the bar smoking a cigarette. Now, a regular spiritual person might be scared of that. They're like, oh, I gotta avoid that person. That's because your defenses are not up. Your energy's not high. When your energy is high and your defenses is up, you fear nothing. Because what is there to fear? That's like when it's like going into a hospital, right? People with low immune systems will get sick, right? When they go into a hospital. But if you have a high immune system, you can go in there, touch everything, leave, and you'll be fine. That's the same thing. So it's all about raising your own energy and getting rid of that fear, because fear um, takes you down, and you will contract and attract that negative energy, and it will hop on you and stick to you. Then you got to do spiritual techniques to get it off. But the main way to keep your energy high is to have fun, laughter, happiness, connecting with others, talk to some old friends that are positive, that are doing great things, or find some new friends. Like I said, go to the coffee shops, go to some events, go to some uh, book clubs, go to some yoga classes or something like that. And like I said, even if you enjoy things like going out to eat, go to some restaurants, meet people, talk, mingle. Like I said, I'm the person to tell you to get out, and because that's the feminine energy. The feminine energy is expressing, connecting with other human beings. Okay, so you want to make sure you're getting both. All right. So and just doing that will increase your imagination, because remember, the feminine energy is imagination as well. All right. So when you're getting out, you're traveling, you're connecting with friends, you'll realize your imagination, your creativity will start to increase. All right, so you don't need to go overboard. Just make sure you're getting both. And then when you feel yourself being drained by others, that's when you retract for a period of time. You sit alone, get some alone time, light some incense, get some meditation in, do some yoga practice. Whatever it is that you like to do in your alone time, it doesn't matter. Everybody's different. You have to do what's good for you. All right. So if you're an over extrovert person that's getting drained because you're out and about so much all the time, you're scared to be alone, that means you need to retract. Now, if you're a person that's naturally alone and you're retracting, but you're feeling depression and anxiety all the time, that means you need to expand. You need to get out, express yourself. You know, um, so I hope this information is helpful to you guys. Uh, for the people that have trouble with this, that need guidance, because I've been helping a lot of people get through this, and I give them certain techniques. I give them things that they can do to help themselves. No judgments. We don't judge nothing over here because nobody's perfect. Let me tell you about a lot of these spiritual teachers. Nobody's perfect, man. And you have to do what's good for you. So, um, you guys can contact me again for consultations, for guidance. Um, you know, I help you the best way I can help you. And that's teaching you what got me through, what had me stuck. I was stuck for a long, very long time. And I had to figure it out myself. I had to study. I had to go through pain. I had to go through tribulations and get myself out of it. So this is how I know how to help other people on both ends, on being an extrovert and an introvert. Again, so you can contact me at occulthealing22 at gmail.com for consultation and guidance. All right. I'll have that email in the description. And I hope you guys enjoy your day. The sun is shining wherever you at. Even if the sun's not shining, just know that you have the sun within inside of your body. Let that sun shine. Talk to somebody today. Have some fun today. Do something different today. You know, whatever it is that you want to do something different. Get spontaneous. All right. So I'll leave you with namaste. One love. Thank you for watching my channel.